everyone, I have some new dies for you. These are the beloved memory box dies, which so many of you like. This is a set of 4 and they all are meant to go together, so it really is a good deal to buy the set because they all interact with each other, and then you have, I think, all of the ones that thus far have been put out for this release. This is called the Debutante frame, and what it cuts out is, this is the basis for the other 3 that are coming out. It's the background, and it cuts out this lovely scalloped little frame, and you'll see in the samples that Iris Weichman made up for me. She did a fabulous job, so stay tuned in the video. You're not going to be disappointed. And I'm just going to flip in the back to give you the information so you can see it. It is called the Debutante frame. Let me see if I can get that there. Debutante frame. It's number 98297, and it is 4 by 5.1 inches. For those of you who need to know the exact measurements, that is it. Now the next one in the series is this one right here, and this is just lovely. I'm gonna turn these this way so I can kind of get the whole thing in the screen. This is vaudeville frame. And what's really nice about the vaudeville frame is it has these edges that create boundaries or kind of surround the card. So whatever you put in the middle, it's drawing the attention to that, which is so nice. Now the vaudeville frame, the backing for that is the Debutante frame. So when you cut this out, it'll fit exactly on top of the other frame. So this is the perfect backing, as this is the perfect backing for the other 3 that I'm going to show you. 2. This is one of the 3. Now the information for those of you who like to see that, it is called vaudeville frame. It is number 98298, and it is 4 by 5.1 inches, which they all are that, but I will review it. And the third die in the set is been the most popular because some of you watch closely and email me and get things before I get a video out on them. And this one has been the most popular, and I'm just going to tilt it again so I can kind of give you an idea. Again, this one frames around it, so your attention is drawn to the center, and it has these vines. And what's really nice about the vines is with all these curly cues that they create, you can kind of put little beads and accents on there, or the same with the little leaves here. You can add little beads or little bits of glitter that will pick up. So it is a lovely, lovely die. And in the back, again, to give you some information, it is called the Twining Vine frame, and it is number 98299, and again, it's 4 by 5.1 inches. And the last in the series, which is my favorite, and surprisingly has not been selling as well as I thought it would be, this is called the Orchard Tree frame. Now maybe with apple season coming up, it'll pick up and people will want this, or for teachers or back to school gifts, or just for the fall, because you could add some leaves to it or different color leaves. But it is so beautiful. I'm just going to put it to the side so you can see it in its entirety. But what's nice about this one is it creates its own little scene in the front. So whatever you would put here, it would be drawn more towards the back of it. So you could put any outdoor scene there or saying, and it doesn't have to be anything related to nature if you want. Your whatever suits your fancy, but it is just in itself a beautiful die. And I'm just going to turn it over so we can go over the information. It is called the Orchard Tree frame, number 98300. And again, 4 by 5.1 inches. And this one too, like all the others, will superimpose on that original frame called the Debutante frame, and makes the perfect background. So you don't have to cut extra or cut by hand. Now Iris, she always does such lovely work for me. The first card I'm going to show you is right here, and it's so lovely. And she called it just thinking Oh, just sitting here thinking of you. I'm reading that and I'm like, that makes no sense. I'm saying it's hard to read upside down. And that's a really cute idea to put a chair with a just sitting here thinking of you. But I want to draw attention to what we're selling here, which is this frame. And this is the twirling vine frame. And it is so pretty. And I'm going to bring this up really close so you can see how nicely that cuts. And like I said, the recommendations on each of the leaves, she put a little sparkle, kind of like kind of a glossy sparkle, like maybe with one of the pens that can do that. And it just adds that elegant touch, and it goes all around the background. And what she used, I'm going to go over it. She used the Debutante frame card base and the twirling vine frame. And how she made the card, I noticed, is if you can see here, she cut the Debutante frame just a little short of where it goes in the die, thus creating the card. And then you can put another Debutante frame over it, and then the twirling vine over that to make the layered card. So you have a card that opens up with nice heft to it, and it keeps the size, it keeps the shape of that elegant frame. So the card isn't just rectangular with angles, it's now got that beautiful frame to it. And so she used the Debutante frame as the base, then the twirling vine frame. This is Spellbinders label number 8. And I can now get Spellbinders dies for you. I do not stock them, but if you email me for my loyal customers, I'll see what I can do for you. So give me an email for any of you that want Spellbinders dies. Again, I will not stock them because I can't stock everything, and I try to stick with the companies I already have, but I can get them for you if you don't mind a little bit of a wait. And she used basic gray paper. It was the sugared paper collection, in case any of you were wondering. And the ink is Memento, and it's called Rich Cocoa. And the stamp, in case you're wondering where that stamp came from, it is a Whimsy stamp and a Touch of Elegant Furniture. That's what it's called, if you're looking for that. And she used some organza ribbon, the buttons, some floss, stickles, glitter glue. So that's probably where that shiny on the thing is stickles, which is so pretty. So there's the first sample, and again, I predict this is going to be a very popular release. So if you like it, get your orders in, because when I run out, it takes me so long to get things back from Memory Box. They're doing so well that it takes a long time for me to get reorders in. But I'll get them for you if you're patient. Okay, the next one. This is a cute little guy. I don't even know what he is, but here we go. It's cute. This is Dance Like No One's Watching. And you can see the little creature is dancing, kind of a little monster-y type thing with a tutu on. She used the Debutante frame again as the card base, and I'll flip that over and show you so you can kind of see with the contrasting color more what I'm talking about here. How she cut that just short of the outer edge of the frame, creating the card. And then she cut another Debutante card with the dark blue cardstock, which creates an exact background for this frame, the vaudeville frame. Now, like I told you, the vaudeville frame works beautifully to draw attention to what's in the center of it. And she put that circle shape in there, and you can put whatever image you like. But I just want to draw attention to how beautifully that cuts. And I like the idea of a little rhinestone there. I'll add rhinestone and glitter. If it were me, I'd be adding more here and here and on all the little drop edges, because that's what I do. But there you go. I just want to show you that it does cut very nicely. So let's go over what Iris did for this card, and I can give you some hints and tips for those of you who want to replicate this card. The Memory Box dies, again, was the Debutante frame and the vaudeville frame. The vaudeville is this lovely, elegant swirl one. Gosh, I hope David makes more of these to go with this set, because it's so pretty. It's such a good idea, too. especially for us card makers, or frames for pictures too. Don't forget, you could put somebody's picture back there and have a very nice frame instantly. So then she used circle dies. She didn't give what company, but probably all of you have means to make circles at this point. And it's Basil cardstock, my favorite. I love Basil. I have so much of it. It's my go-to. And she used Memento Tuxedo Black, Copic markers, and Touch Twin markers to do the coloring in. And the stamp is called Monster Mash. So it was a little monster, I was right. From Susanna's Custom Art and Card Design. Both image and sentiment are from there. So probably that Dance Like No One's Watching was made just for that little monster. And she used organza satin ribbon, button rhinestones, and a glazed brad. Oh, I forgot to show you the brad. See that brad? It's a sweet little brad. Brads always add such a little elegant touch. Trouble with me is I like my brads and I don't like to give them away. I think I've become a brad collector. So there we go. And we're going to go on to the next and last card that she made for this release. And I told you this was my favorite, was the orchard tree frame. And again, this time she used a regular card, just a rectangular card here. And she did the Debutante frame in the light blue, and then the orchard frame over it with the light brown. And that's what I was saying, how that creates, now we don't have a shaped card, we have the traditional card. And she used the Debutante frame, the orchard tree frame, and this is a Martha Stewart icicle punch. It's upside down. And this is EK Success flower border punch for flowers on the tree. And I do want to draw attention that it's due in any day. By the time this video gets out, I'll have them in. But Cherry Lynn has now an embellishments to the #2 die set that cuts something they call baby's breath, and it cuts a lot of little flowers. So anything that you wanted to create a flowering tree with for like a spring type theme would be beautiful. And then also remember a tip here I'd like to share with you, because this is what I plan on doing for a fall card, maybe something along the lines of Halloween, or I have a few fall birthdays. I would cut this die out in brown, a darker brown probably for fall, and then I would cut it out again in orange and maybe red and maybe some kind of like that green that you associate with autumn colors. And I would clip off those little colors and attach them over these leaves, giving me the little autumn colors on the leaves. Now you could also easily, if you had some kind of a nice marker that would color that, yes, you could do that too. And also notice the little round parts here. Those I think are supposed to be the orchard fruit. So you can make apples or pears or whatever you like. And I might take a rhinestone or a pearl and put those over the red there for some added dimension. Just giving you some ideas for the versatility of these dies, because Iris chose the beautiful flowers and did such a lovely job with that. And the paper is Basil again, and the ink is Memento Tuxedo Black. The stamp, in case you're wondering, the sentiment that says, "In things of nature there is something of the marvelous," Aristotle. Very pretty saying. And that is Whimsy stamps again, if you're interested in that. And then she used stickles, glitter glue, and pearls throughout the card. And it's just lovely. I can't ever capture things on camera like they look in person, but I do think this is a release you will like. Iris, thank you. You did a beautiful job with these cards. And I wanted to show one other thing. This is just a little extra, nothing related to the release, but Iris sent me this little gift, and I'm so spoiled by all my design team ladies. They are so nice to me. Thank you. And what she sent me was this little box she made, and she put lace around it, and this is all handmade, the box. And she took each little note and the top one she embellished really sweet with pearls and glitter, but the other ones underneath it are more plain but beautiful to write little notes. I write notes all the time, as most of you know, when I put a note in your order for something. And it says, "From the heart, thank you." And it's just so sweet. And this little pen with its kind of filigree and stuff to match, it fits right in there. Thank you, Iris. Thank you for spoiling me, and thank you for all the wonderful creations. I hope you're all having wonderful crafting moments, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.